Anything, I'm the one you should be thanking. I'm smoking on Pepe Le Pew, got it stankin'. I ride in that expedition like a taken. I had to pull up my own chair at the table to get in the combo. All the seats were taken, so fuck it, let's air it out. Know they wondering about all my whereabouts. Out in Houston with 9 at the hookah lounge. Catching flights only cause we could do it now. Got some family and friends who depend on me. Couple demon niggas who
came out the project. And matter of fact, you just put Lemonade, Dirty Lemonade on it, didn't you?
Yeah, no. So this was the project it was meant for.
Got you.
Yeah, so like I did Dirty Lemonade, and that was like right during the time of COVID when it was like having everybody quarantined. And I was still putting out singles. Like Cold Story was out, that was for that. Dirty Lemonade was out, that was for that. But the whole transitioning of being quarantined, living in Radcliffe, moving to Louisville, trying to get the buzz back up a little bit more, and just being more consistent with my music and networking, there was like records I was doing at the crib and records I was doing in a paid studio. This was the paid studio album. So it was like everything I paid with my boy Slick, who did Year of the Youngin', from when I was 19 to where I'm 28 now. The same engineer, just making it more crisp, making more of the singles rather than storytelling. The storytelling is still there, but it was more so saying, if I could do Year of the Youngin' over in a more delightful way, making more fun of it than just heartfelt shit. Heartfelt shit is on there, but I want to have fun more than anything. That's why I feel like with Too Cold for the Summer, Too Cold to Care, and this being Summer Freeze, it's kind of like the wrap up of what Too Cold, as a series is.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's cool to come full circle with a project I worked 3 years on, and just know like I don't really want to hear, oh, so what's next? I think we have an ADHD mindset with music where we don't push stuff enough. And I'm wondering how y'all raise y'all kids when y'all just have one and want to go after another. So I don't know. I tell people I'm one and done with like, and which might change, as when I grow older. Who knows? Love might take another round at me. I don't know. But as far as having another kid, this is where I'm at with it with Sky. I think that's why the project that came out with Sky back last year.
Got you.
That was just stuff I did at the crib, like right before I was getting up out of Radcliffe. And we had a cool little studio out in Radcliffe. Shout out to them, Purple Dreams. But yeah, I had it sitting in the tuck for the longest because I wanted to do this and do that. But when I was doing shows, like going to Louisville, like the open circuit was hearing the songs I was doing, and I just knew these are getting people hyped. Like Wake Up in the Morning, Boba Jeezy, Somebody Live, Man, Pippin' Too Easy, With a Bad Bitch, Wet, like Fiji. Like doing that shit on the club level, they bouncing, they going stupid. So I started feeding more into like creating full length projects by saying, okay, people are reacting to this in a like hype ass way. And I just want to be like kind of bringing out summer hits after summer hits when music is most felt, I feel like.
Got you.
Yeah, so Summer Freeze is a celebration. I feel like it's celebratory for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
First thing first, and go and introduce the introductory of the episode. I'm here again for the second time. My dog, B.Lee and Berran Lee. What you?
It's a hyphen. It's a dash. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
If you don't, I shout out to everybody who says B.Lee and Berran Lee aren't the same. It's the same person.
Yeah.
Persona, it's the same.
Gotcha.
I just know Berran Lee just felt right because there's a lot of B.Lees out there, but there's only one Berran Lee when you Google me, when you search and everything. Like I pop up.
Yeah.
So yeah, B.Lee, Berran Lee, same shit. Like I said in the Cliff.
Got you. So what? So we just talked about the last project, and then in which when I seen that Dirty Lemonade I was like, damn, that came out like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I know you came out with projects since then. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to ask you, like, why? But
one was more of a EP, if you will.
Got you.
And this one I wanted to push more into, well, short-term album because it's 7 songs.
Roger that.
It's 7 songs, but is it 7? Maybe it's 10. I don't remember. But like off that, it was a level of like I want to have the highest quality of music to put out to saying this is where we are with it now. Not so much of we did this for fun or I was like giving y'all bars here. I want everything to be top notch when I put this out. So like
Got you.
Shout out to Slick over at Evo Auditory. On 4th Street, like I said, he's done projects with me since I was, 19. So we're damn near a decade in of just putting together that sound that really signifies what I represent.
Okay. So how did that come about? Like y'all go to school together, or you just came across them on some music tip?
Nah, like my OGs put me on. Calvin, Tex, Red Boy, shout out to y'all. When they knew this project, I was mixtape nigga back in like 2013 till. But 2014 hit around, and like the project we last did was a mixtape. I got a real good vibe. Shot a few music videos. I'm stuttering like a motherfucker. But they was like, okay, it's album time. We want to make an album. I'm like, all right, cool. But it was funny because when I did Purple Hearted 3, I was getting nominations at that time. It's 2013. The Camp Awards is what it was called at the time. Obviously, you remember that.
Yeah.
I'm in the barbershop in Radcliffe. I get a call and they're like, hey man, you up for a nomination this year? I'm like, word, I'm hyped. Like, what is it? It was like mixtape of the year, Purple Hearted 3. I'm like, bad, that's cold. So I'm like, hyped, hang up the phone, get back to my haircut. They called me again 2 minutes after that. It's like, yo, you up for 2 nominations? I'm like, word? 2? What was the other one? It was like Rookie of the Year. I'm like, Rookie of the Year? That's the one I ended up winning.
Yeah.
But at the time when I'm in the barbershop, I'm like, damn, Rookie of the Year? That sounds nice. Like, B.Lee, Rudy, Year of the Youngin'. It's the Year of the Youngin'. Yeah. I said it off the rap of like just being hype.
Yeah.
And Tex was on the phone like, no, I like that. We got to keep that. Year of the Youngin'. Sound like some Bruce Lee shit. Because I was so big on Bruce Lee, B.Lee, Bruce Lee. I used to have like play on words and shit. But from there, like I said, I got that award. People in Louisville started giving me more like attention, being the guy from Radcliffe, which gave me more headaches in Radcliffe. But it was cool because I would network more in the city. And that was when I got introduced to like Saint and Slick. They were over on St. Catherine at the time in dual studios in one big building. From there, I worked with Saint on the R&B joints and the turn up joints. I had like artists like B-Sim, Corey Black, Jack Harlow. We was all up in there. So it was like, I'm recording dope records that I know is going to hit for a hard time. But the thing is, you got to think, it's 2014 when we started. We didn't drop the project until 2017. And that was like such a wait where you're looking at, 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
And here I am saying, if I did Year of the Youngin' better than what my label wanted me to do. Because and when you're with a collective, you got to respect everyone's opinions and point of views of what could be better. And as a whole, you come to a conclusion like, no, this is the final cut.
Gotcha.
This is all me.
Yeah.
This is my money going into it. This is my studio time. This is everything that's Berran Lee as a brand by himself. Trademark. So I put my time in, I put my money in, I put the studio work in, but I keep the same people in the circle.
Gotcha.
So when we doing Dirty Lemonade, I might not be with Bread Boy on this because I'm doing something on my own, but I still have Tex sitting in the vibe. I'm like, if he's nodding his head and saying it's a bop, that's all I need. Don't tell me how to go about the video. Don't tell me how to go about dressing. Don't tell me how to go about PR for interviews, because you know me since I was 17. But y'all basically groomed me as a professional artist up till now. Yeah, ultimately, I just wanted to say I wanted Year of the Youngin' to go a whole different way. I wanted to do so much more because that was my first initial baby. I was working so hard on making this proper. And we had the Jack Harlow record, and it was a moment where I was like kind of confused because we were in the studio. We had a song called Flame. It's on YouTube and stuff if you want to go back and listen. But when we were wrapping it up, Jack Harlow was like, kid in high school, just graduated. And I'm asking him, like, I met him on Twitter because Tex told me about him. I showed him a song, DM'd each other. He said he liked it. Didn't even charge for nothing because we was still on the up and up. We were kind of eye to eye at that time. But he projectiles after that. But at that same session, as soon as we finished it up, we both bopping it like 3 times in a row after we recorded it. Yeah. And he's like, man, I'm working on this joint with Drama right now. We need to come up with a video soon so we can do this the same time. That way you get the publicity you need. And Tex was like, yeah, nah. Like we got B.Lee's project. And it wasn't anything to feel like he was wrong because I nodded when he was like, nah, because he's like, we working on B.Lee's project and we're trying to get his, stuff pushed a little bit later so we can get the visuals and everything right, but we're going to take our time with it because we're budgeting and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it is what it is. I shrug. I'm the artist. That's the manager. That's how it go. But it was so much things of like a window with that time, Because, when you're out, you're out. You don't go back to be like, hey, man, I see you doing the BET Awards, but can you shoot this music video with us?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my management,
And when you say drum, you talking about DJ drum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, y'all bugging.
This shit hit. You over here hot now a little bit. Where you like?
Yeah, y'all bugging.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you bugging. Nah.
But you take hits, you take L's, but the L is for lessons. You see what it is? Like, I look at that guy, and I tell everybody to this day, like, Jack Harlow's a stand-up dude.
Yeah.
I ain't never had problems with that dude, because every time I saw him, 3 other times after that, always been love, always had good conversations, deep thought dude.
Yeah.
Deep thought dude. But, I think that was, like, the end of where I was at with the people that showed me everything I could learn.
Yeah.
But I gained it to myself of saying, I really want to go about it this way. I really want to stop trying to be, okay, doing this for this particular audience. Because y'all was like 25, 30, and I'm like 17, 19. My friends wasn't even listening to me.
Yeah.
But the old heads was like, yo, kid is nice. He really spits. That's a real rapper. That's a real MC. So I had that confidence of saying, no one can touch me lyrically. Mm-hmm. In 2016, Lyricist of the Year said the same. Mm-hmm. So it was a matter of now, let's push for 2018. Year of the Youngins, 2017 came, went. 2018 was Too Cold to Carry. This is a whole new persona. A little bit darker, a little bit whatever. But we dropped that EP. I'm doing shows, tours, all that on my own budget yet again. So when it's like Too Cold, when you hear Too Cold, just know that's primarily me alone. Berran Lee, cool. It can be a spread of saying that's the Too Cold side. B.Lee, that's Bread Boy, that's Year of the Youngin, that's everything that made the kid into a man. Gotcha. So I think that's like cool how I sum that up in the way.
So in the moment of that, when that happened, when Jack was like, let's do this kind of ASAP so we can get you in this window.
You don't know who's Jack was normal.
No. But what I'm saying is like in that moment, you agreed with your people. Was like, nah, we gonna wait.
That's the team. They smart. They told me every story before I got that opportunity.
Got you.
And that was like sweet. He had to deal with MMG going on.
Yeah.
Cam, he had to deal with Grand Hustle going on.
Yeah.
But because they didn't listen to their management at the time about how to go about their presentation and the records they were trying to deliver, they kind of lost the opportunity. So I was always thinking in my head, like, I ain't going to, go against the grain with what they think is best for me. Because I know they leave the opportunity in a situation where I know I could do so much more through music and then have other platforms to get on. But I was annoyed at the same time because I'm like, man, I really am getting older through these moments in times. I need to learn the business myself. Yeah. I need to put out my own distro kid and have my own streaming music on streaming platforms. Shout out to this year because I found out we cracked 1 million views, a million streams at that on all platforms. So the blessing is I did that by myself.
Yeah,
that's Too Cold. That's Berran Lee as a man. B.Lee as a kid, that was cool. Both of them will tell your ass up on a rap level. But I respect what I am now because my daughter, being the person that sees me the closest, knows that if I'm chasing my dream, she's going to chase it just as hard, if not harder. Yeah. So that's very important for me now. But with Jack Harlow in the situation that was, you rock with the home team. That's what you have to do. Yeah. That's what you have to do, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Nah, it's as long as it's like something that I always tell people, it's like, man, as long as you can live with the decision, fuck it.
Yeah, no, like I said, L's is lessons.
Yeah.
If I look at it like I shoulda, coulda, woulda, no, it wouldn't have given me the character development to know how to go about other situations later on. Yeah. Because there would be way more opportunities to come after that. You know, this is like, what are we talking, 2016, 2017 when we doing this?
Now, Now, would you say, if you did do it, do you think your situation would be different?
No.
See,
probably not. And that's that's just because I know there's other artists from the city that did songs with Jack.
Yeah. But did they do videos?
They did videos. They did whole videos. Shout out to my homegirl Candace.
I'm the singer.
Yeah. And she had another homegirl in the video as a dancer who I was really cool with. Yeah. But they also told me Jack was just the guy to do the song, the feature, pull up for the video, and ghost. That was him.
Yeah.
So whatever you did as a label, as an artist, as a business, it was on you.
Yeah.
Jack, if you was really spazzing like that, then by all means, you might get a little attention of saying okay, Louisville artists are nice.
Yeah, for sure.
But then we're not pulling you out to the shows like we pulling out Jack. Jack had a whole machine behind him.
Yeah.
That's the difference. He was already pumping through the city as it was.
Yeah.
I was an Uber driver from like 2016 to 2018, and that whole time I'm doing Uber Eats, going through like Highlands, going through stores.
Yeah.
They're already playing his music in that motherfucker. He's already on Sirius XM doing Sway freestyles in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, he was out of there.
Yeah.
So out that, like, it was like Eazy-E on Straight Outta Compton, where he's like looking at that billboard that said Dre Day, and you just like, shit. I'm like, fuck. This is... But the cool part was, like, you know, I still had 2019 goes around. I'm doing things differently, about to move to Louisville the next year. That was my plan. And I did that. But I get a text message, and it was Harlow.
Yeah.
I'm close by Fort Knox, so I'm running track, you know, military lifestyle. He hits me with a text like, yo, we having a mansion party tonight, pull up. I'm like, Jack, Harlow, like, same number? He's like, yeah. Holla at me. We pull up, I bring my boys, my baby mama wasn't doing nothing, so I brought her friend, pool parties, swim, drinks, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
And Jack just chilling like Great Gatsby himself with some Dickies on, like type shit. Like
was that when they shot the Warsaw video?
Warsaw video.
Yeah, that was when they shot
but
the
we were late for the video. Like, that was the thing. I was mad about that because my baby mom was like, can we come? I'm like, fine. Like, I was just dealing with it at the time because, you know, whatever. But going to the Warsaw video, it was like I was seeing Saint was there, a lot of other people that was there. B-Sim, I think, popped out. Yeah. So it was like a Louisville celebration at all. So I was like, okay, Jack's doing it right. And then I think the night before that, which is crazy, is now I remember that's why he ended up texting me. He was in one of those clubs called Sully's. Sully's was the club.
Sully's.
Yeah, Club Sully's was popping because around that same year, Wale pulled up. Shorty from Dreamville pulled up. That's really nice with it. Ari Lennox pulled up. And then Jack Harlow was doing his, you know, party for confetti.
Yeah.
And I tell my friends this story. I never really said it on the interview, but it was a funny ass night of like, you know, I had nothing to do on a Saturday night. I was really an alcoholic at the time. So my niggas was like, let's go to the Ville. Let's hit the clubs. I'm like, bet, I'm a pregame. Like, because Radcliffe to Louisville, that was a 45-minute drive. So I'm like, pregame, we get up there. I'm already in my head. I'm like, this is a Jack Harlow party.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't seen this man in years or whatever. So it's funny when my boys is like, yo, Jack Harlow gonna have us in the VIP. It's gonna be lit. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
You ever see Hustle and Flow? It could go like that. Because I was that level of cool with him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm at the bar with it.
Yeah.
Like, they on the dance floor. It's like, anybody that remembers Sully's, you go in the club, and there's a wall, like, as soon as you look in the middle. But to the right is, like, the VIP section with little stairs and a little rope.
Yep.
On the left is a bar, back door, where they got smokers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I go in there, I go straight to the bar. They go into the dance floor, like, hey, this good. Harlow's music was already blasting.
Yeah.
He's already up there with, like, literally the Louisville basketball team, and like he's saying in his music. There's no cap in his rap.
Yeah.
So I'm taking my drinks. I'm posted by the wall. I'm the poster on the wall, nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I feel you.
And I'm just, you know, peeping the sights, because in the back of my mind, if it goes left, I want to recognize, like, what's going on in what areas before I can chill. I'm chilling at the wall. My boy Zach was the type to, shout out to Mac G's, he was just in the club going stupid. But he posted on the wall too. He's like, you ain't gonna go talk to him? I'm like, nah, I'm just chilling. He's doing his thing. So I shit you not. Bro was sitting up 2 steps up, and there was a female that was, you know, they talking. And you know when you lean over talking to shorty and your eyes just start wandering off?
Yeah.
Like, from across the room, sees me while I'm taking my sip, and he just smiles like Gatsby, like. I was like, hey, what's happening? This motherfucker's like, come up. Now I'm like, it's a lot of people. 2 for 1 comes down.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Like, shout out to Play the homies, all them. The homies, shout out to them. They was all in the cut too. They brought me, my boy Zach up, my boy Jawan up, and we up there. And it's just vibes. Like, everyone, like, crowd, a sea of people. Yeah. Just, I've never seen the club so filled out. And he's just chilling up here with a bottle. But there's a moment where he's like leaning on a little banister or whatever. I'm like, yo, like, did you ever think like it would be like, it was one of those like really moments where I had to ask, like, you ever think it was going to be like this? He's like, honestly, no. Like, I'm really hype about this. I was like, how does it feel? Like, he's like, man, I don't really like parties. Like, I really like just being in the studio. I really want to be in the studio right now. So even in that moment where we were celebrating him, it was a level of like, I just want to keep working. And that was something I even respected, because in the studio, like I said, for Flame, he delivered. Maybe took like 2 takes at best. And everyone was like, you know, Jack Harlow's a gimmick. You know, he's a white boy that raps. No, he spazzes every single time.
No, Jack can rap.
Jack can, thank you. So it's like when people get mad, it's inner city shit that I don't really,
yeah, Jack can rap.
I don't reason with that.
Yeah, Jack can rap.
If you got bars, you got bars.
It's the thing about Jack is like he's not a lyrical miracle type.
No,
but
he can take it there if he wants.
He has the ability to rap. He can jump on the beat, he can get in the pocket, he can flow.
Yeah.
Like cadence, like he knows how to rap. Like he knows how to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people who are, I guess you would say they're more poets. Like they're good with the words and all that stuff. But like no, Jack knows how to rap. Like he can. You can play 5 different beat variations for him, and he'll find the flow. He'll find that pocket, and it'll sound good. Whereas some people, they can only rap a certain way. They have a certain style.
And shout out my boy Jordan Jetson, because he made this real clear to me when I first met him coming to the Ville. Some people's sword is sharper than others. That's exactly what that is. And as someone who treats this game like martial arts, like the way of a samurai would, you have to see somebody for that level of thinking you're on one. Like as a rapper, you're already thinking you're the best of the best. You have to have that mentality. Gotcha. But when you see skill of someone who puts in practice, rehearsing, reciting, all of that into what they have as a final package on a stage or in a music video, you're like, oh, he's nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
You're not going to step to somebody who's nice like that. There's some idiots out here with swords, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck them niggas. We're not dealing with them. Like, if I see you that you're nice and someone's like, he ain't even like that. Nigga, you're not even like that.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. But it's scary because they also know me. So when it becomes a conversation, I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it as a conversation. Don't compare me. That man has never disrespected me in any way. These other niggas that I had diss songs for disrespected me first. I'm a defensive rapper. I don't get offended easily unless you said something that was close to my heart, like my kid or someone I was with. But like I said, Louisville is Louisville. Radcliffe is Radcliffe. Everybody's representing Kentucky. It's a beautiful thing.
That's for sure. So what's next? Like what you got coming up next? You got videos coming like
nigga this? No, I'm just kidding. I like doing Nah, I was literally talking about that with the last interview. I feel like this is my celebration of Summer Freeze being like something I want to do, a music video for every single song. So by the time we get to the last song, like I think it's probably like 10 songs, if not 8, 7, I don't remember. Because I don't even listen to it on a scale. Like I'll listen to it, but I won't listen to it because I know it's being supported. So Louisville supports that, and I want to keep pushing that for the time being. It took me 3 years to drop, so I want to at least respect that and see how much I can grow from it because it's a lot of marketable records on there. But at the same time, I'm still going to network. I'm still going to talk to more producers. The producers on most of this was like YouTube for the most part. You know, we made our purchases and we got it out. But I want to just be more inner city with the next project. If there's a next project, a little more heartfelt. I'm going into, 30 here next year. So it's going to be like, what are we talking about then? I'm not sure. Yeah. But we're going to rock these shows. We're going to keep making these people who see the stage presence believers, I guess. And I hate saying believers because somebody used to say, you got to have believers. And that shit's stupid. That's the stupidest shit. So you got to think. Remember you like the kid in class. The believers. That's just fan base. Like imagine you a black kid in a white school and you're the kid in class when they say something that's black relative and they all looking at you.
Like for confirmation.
All right, yeah. So what's that song that just came out with Harlow with the glam, the cheese?
Oh, First Class.
Yeah, First Class.
I hated that song.
Shout out to the UPS workers and you can do it too. Believe it. Everyone's looking at me. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's just there's a word called believe.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I wasn't cool when they tried to pitch it to me. It was stupid. B.Lee, you gotta have the toxic hive for Future and the beehive for Beyonce. It was trying to never been a thing. Yeah, it's just too cold. Yeah, at best, you'll see the little cold emoji and a 2 sign, and that's me. Yeah. So Year of the Youngin.
So you brought up Bread Boy ENT. Are you still with them? Because I know y'all did a project. Was it last year? Was the project came out? The joint
Motive
project?
2.
Yeah. That was that last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
2021. Yeah,
so last year it came out.
Yeah.
Was that your last stint with them, or is that something where it's like, I'm not with the label no more, but that's still the family?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Where we stand as a label, it's always family.
Yeah.
Like I said, family is family, business is business. Nobody left anybody. Nobody dropped out of anybody. Nobody quit anybody. But we fell out as a group after that. I don't want to get into the details of it, but life was life and people had to attend to it. You feel me? So I still talk to individuals in Bread Boy. Like there's a shout out to Sweet, shout out to Scooter, shout out to Floata, shout out to everybody that was on the Motive too, really. But as far as a collective of doing something major with a bunch of artists on it again, I don't think that's gonna happen again. I don't see that happening again.
For you or just for the label in general?
For me, I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
I'm sure the label will do it again. I'm sure they'll find another artist that'll gladly want to be a part of something big that they think is gonna crack in the city. If that's the take, then go for it. But I don't want no parts.
Got you.
I want to do something on my own. I want to be more about me, not about the team. We did the team thing for like a decade. I want to do my thing for like another decade.
Got you.
Like it's got to go that way. But it's all love. I talked to Sweet. Sweet's my big bro still to this day. He's the one that brought me on Bread Boy. He's working. Shout out to Jay Holt. We work on the business side of things. Shout out to him. Shout out to Scooter. I just saw that motherfucker like a month ago, and I'm like trying to get everybody that's on the project. He was on Summer Freeze. He's on my project now. So there's like people in Bread Boy on my projects that I'm doing on my own. It's almost like if Robin turned into Nightwing, and there's still people that are familiar. Like that's what that is. Yeah. I don't never want to feel like, oh, fuck Batman. No, Batman was cool. Batman's always going to be cool.
Batman's still Batman.
Like, you think you so big and like mighty where you get shit on your own, you feel like you got shit on the people you started with. That's not how that goes at all. Because you don't never know when you need that friendship, that level of someone that's got your back. They've always had my back when I ain't had nowhere else to sleep. Calvin Beasley, the president of Bread Boy, gave me a place to stay. Yeah, that was my big bro. Tex, when I ain't had no money as a kid, put money in my fucking pocket. Sweet, put clothes on my back. And Cam just made sure I ain't get my ass whooped. Like I had a mouth. So Cam, shout out big bro, Cam Dollars, shout out to Jay Holt. Jay Holt and I, me, Holt, Scooter, Bread Boy, y'all remember margaritas, bro. When I was just turned 21, we had the blackout. Niggas was throwing hands in margaritas. I had black Timberlands and they hit the back of somebody's head that night. I was stupid, dumb, but we was going in as family. Like no matter what, we always was back to back. I can say the fallout, I'll take some responsibility for because at the time I was heavy in my drinking. I was very much an alcoholic. I quit drinking right after that because I remember like I was losing a lot of friends that were my friends, but how they were seeing me in a light that they weren't familiar with, I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm short-tempered. I don't like it. Like, give me the other thing. I'm cool with that. But it's
for sure.
It's off that. It was like, okay. But I also want to find myself in these moments of like music. Melodically, people will catch up with the R&B side of things from time to time, which is what Dirty Lemonade was trying to transpire. Will there be an R&B album? I mean, there already is a project that's out there, Peer Pressure. There is a Peer Pressure too, but I don't know if I want to re-release that because that was a SoundCloud record only at the time. Like it was like a couple tracks. But I'm also looking at now where it's like I'm monetizing everything I drop. That's why when looking at what we did as Bread Boy, I know in the back of my head what Bread Boy owns and what Berran Lee owns. And for me to say that in a sentence can be all I need to say. So when it's mine, it's mine. Got you. That's all I got. That's all I got for that.
Got you. Okay, well, yeah, I just had to ask because you brought up, just how y'all were working together. You said it was my last project with Bread Boy. You was like, I kind of doing my own thing now.
Yeah, I got to. You got to. Yeah. I mean, unless it's like some reunion, like I don't feel like the accolades was. We had accolades. We was shutting down everything. We was getting awards. We was getting crazy parties, special guests, being in different cities, going crazy too. Atlanta, we was shutting it down there every other weekend. But it was like, I feel like it came and went. Like you're not seeing Jordan saying, "Yo, we need to get the Bulls back together." Like it's not. Even if you're not coaching or anything, it's like it came and went, bro. You went to the Wizards right after that. You even know sometimes things have to come to an end. Yeah. But as far as like going into more business, like I work with them like all the time. Shout out to Tex once again and Robin G. They came up. This past project that we did was like this past July. All month, every Thursday, I was teaching 8 to 9 kids how to do music production. And from there, it was like we took 8 kids to the studio, including my daughter back there, and they all got to record a record. It was really beautiful. And for me to like teach people how to count bars and how to get your writing and stuff and the cadence of confidence and all of that is like, okay, we're teaching the next generation as well. When you do stuff like that, I'm down. Because that ain't just about me and money. That's more so about like the next up, the community at best. So I'm just trying new stuff, I think. That's for the most part. Music wise, I think I said a lot and done a lot. And freestyle. Like you've seen me do it. But you're like, is there anything left? Not right now. But I'll let you know when it comes to mind. So yeah.
So when it comes to visuals, so one thing I notice is like it's a lot of artists either do one or two things. Either they're heavy in their visuals or they're heavy into putting out a lot of music. And I will say I haven't seen a lot of visuals from you.
High key. Well, I'm a dad for one.
For sure.
And two, it's just, you know, you got to budget these things.
True.
And you got to work with certain people who don't put their egos in front of their, you know, what they feel like is their price. Your price is your price. If you feel like it's your worth, cool. My issue a lot is like I've seen better work. Now, shout out to Leo, because Leo's my dog. But Leo also be on the move. Leo is someone I would pay top dollar for because he's always came up with the video. He did Golden Child, for God's sakes. The other ones who's like, hey, man, let's work, but I'm going to charge you a band. I'm like, Leo doesn't even charge me a band. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
It's nothing outside of business. Like, once again, I don't have no secret feelings. I don't feel no type of way. If your shit don't add up to what you're doing, I'm just going to look to the other way like, all right, man, good talk. But the visuals, cool. I feel like if there's something that peaks like my shit, I can go back to that. And that was 2021 when I dropped that. No, that was 2020 when I did that with Rose. And I could do a music video with him. We was just kicking it 2 weekends ago. I'm like, if you want to shoot a music video, we could do it because our shit is timeless. That's probably my favorite project I ever did with somebody else. And that's going into the Bread Boy projects that we did. Yeah. I had a whole label that was like, cool, we like the Wu-Tang Clan of shit. But Lil Bro was on time. He was on point with shit. Like, it was just, our chemistry was almost like, okay, this is Redman and Method Man. Yeah. This is your Rich Homie Quan and Thug, your Gunna and Baby type deal. So
I'll say, so like, I don't know if you watch it, but the podcast, The Pivot, then they interviewed Kevin Hart like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And Kevin Hart was just talking about how, he wasn't necessarily talking about them, but he was just talking about it in general. He was like, man, how come we as a culture, like, we can never keep something, like we never stay together, you know? Like, he was like, if you look around, like Desus and Mero just broke up. You got the Joe Budden podcast, they split. You got
Breakfast
the Pivot, the Breakfast Club is about to end. You got the Pivot and them, the I Am Athlete, they split. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the groups and everything, just like factions, they just never seem to necessarily stay together. And Kevin Hart was talking, he was like, man, it always comes down basically to money. Yeah. And he was like, because I think they asked him about him and his people, the Red Cup Boys. Yeah. Asked about him, he was just like, man, like, those are my guys, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are like nothing could ever really come in between us because like we never let it get to that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just to reference back when you was talking about with y'all and stuff, it's like damn, like we was talking earlier about the hood stock earlier. It's like, damn, they broke up. I'm just saying it for money, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that's good and you think it's good and it looks like it's good, and then one day you wake up and it's like it's just not what it was no more.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll take a percentage of what it was of saying I was a cocky little shit. It was a lot of that. Yeah. It was things of, even when a big bro was trying to come up and do some big bro shit, like, nah, fuck you. Like, that's where I was at. And I think the liquor was really showing what could be, not so much of what is. But I would like shine off sometimes. I would crack a joke when it's a serious moment. Yeah. I would snuff somebody on a level of like, whatever, like, y'all always think like I'm little bro, you gonna stop doing it. Like, remember in Creed where it was like, don't call me baby Creed? Yes. Stuck a nigga. Yeah. I ain't fighting you niggas, but I'm really acting like I'm really tired of this little bro shit. Yeah. And I knew the only way to get out of that,
separate yourself. Yeah. Now is Rose, is he's not in the...
No, Rose was somebody from Radcliffe I had found from another family friend of mine. Gotcha. And I ain't gonna say found because he was already building that buzz. He's got a team. He's got good, loyal friends and family that support him and push him. And I think last we spoke, he was in talks with a label in Atlanta. He's working. So just from one Radcliffe person to another, I wanted to make sure we represent it, because I don't hear anybody else that represents Radcliffe like to the fullest besides me being him.
Got you.
So yeah, no, shout out to Rose. That's my bro.
So you done the label projects, you done collab projects. Have you done, what would you think about doing necessarily a concept tape?
Where? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like, you mean with storytelling and shit?
Not, okay, I don't want to say necessarily concept, maybe, like, but where it's like, okay, so kind of like what the wave is, like what we see a lot of, so like Game just came out with his album. It's with Hit Boy.
Right.
So it's like our artists are locking in with one producer. Like, would you just lock in with one producer type?
Oh yeah, no, that's in talks. Like I said, even though I don't put out what the next plan is, what the next deal is, like, you know, nigga buy a board on the wall, you think you gotta make plans and shit. That it's not the case in this situation. Like, I'm very more open. Like, my life is so organized at the age where I'm kind of proud of myself. But with music, I like that to be a very much free spell of like, I can do what I want when the time feels right to do it. So if a producer has what I hear, like, that's another thing. If I hear something, like just beats, that's how I've always been a writer. Mm-hmm. I never wrote in silence. I always heard a beat and I'm like, damn, it's speaking to me and this is what it says. That's how I got the records out. Gotcha. Dirty Lemonade, this is how it sounds. So everything outside of that is like, man, if it doesn't speak to me, you're probably not going to get anything new. And that's not me saying I'm retiring from the game or, you know, I did everything, my accolades is up. No, it doesn't speak to me right now. Yeah. You go to a fucking museum and you piss because all the paintings are ass. You're like, no, which one speaks to you? None of them. I'm leaving. But I'll be back if you got something better. That's me in the game. Yeah. Not the game, because that nigga's making me, like, he's kind of annoying me too lately. But, see, I'm name dropping. I don't want to do that. But we all can admit, like, why? Because that was a waste of everyone's time.
The Eminem shit.
Yes. Yeah, that was a cool highlight for the project. What you dropping, like a 4-disc project?
It was. I liked the album. I didn't like that song. I felt like it could have went without.
Everyone loves Game. Yeah, I feel like no one hates Game.
But it could have went without that.
We knew how you respect Drake. We know how you respect M.
Yeah, it could have went without that.
You doing some clown shit. Shout out to Dez, because that's Big Bro from Bread Boy too. But yeah, kid told me that nigga's on some clown shit. I'm like, you right, bro. Yeah. You right. Because
it could have went without it. It didn't. The project didn't need that.
That's like you putting crack in what the title was of "Long Live Your Idols, May They Never Become Your Rivals." Yeah. You trying to make something out of nothing.
But to his defense, it works.
It does,
because that's the only thing. So it's like we can acknowledge, bro, you doing some extra shit, clown shit, but to his defense, his only defense is that it works.
Between him and Blueface, I don't want to listen to the West Coast right now. I'm waiting for YG. YG gonna like bring us back somehow. I feel like, but for you, like, welcome to my crib. You know, like shit like that. For sure. Not a lot of niggas get over here.
Yeah, for sure.
There's good reasoning.
For sure. Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, the patients are running the asylum. I was just saying, like, man, it's
whack jobs.
We need to bring bullying back.
That's a hard statement. I don't know.
I ain't saying like actual like bullying, but you get what I'm saying. Like when somebody shout out to Charlamagne, shout out to Breakfast Club. When MGK came on there and rap, and Charlamagne was like, no, it's whack. It's trash.
No, yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying about like bullying.
Shout out to Funk Flex too.
Like,
I remember that.
Like we need people in the space to be like, bro, that's not it.
Because that's not hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? And you're allowed to feel how you. For a prime example, when I remember now, Ebro was hating on Uzi. Yeah. Ebro was trying to tell Uzi, you ain't gonna be here in 5 years. And Uzi was like, bro, I'm about to be a rock star. Yeah. Like, I don't care what you're saying. And I'm gonna be a rock star, bro. Ebro was like, I'm gonna be here waiting. We gonna see.
Yeah. I think he popped back out too, didn't he? There was another one later where he was just like,
I'm not even an Uzi fan,
right?
But I respect it. You feel me? Like, and he didn't get mad. Uzi didn't get mad at Ebro. He just like, bro, all right, cool, bro. Yeah, we gonna see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He could have took it somewhere. Like, nah, man, fuck you. He was like, all right, we gonna see.
Uzi's smart. Like, that's another one. I feel like he came into the meme rap. Like I said, XXX Tentacion meme rap. Yeah, that The mumble rap.
Yeah.
The mumble rap was a thing.
Uzi, Cardi.
Yeah, but also super dope records.
They got a fan base.
Yeah.
It's more cult like, especially for like Cardi.
Yeah.
More festival like, especially for like Cardi. Like Cardi might not do crazy numbers selling wise, but if it goes to like a festival or a concert or a show, it's gonna sell out because it's more of a cultural, not a cultural, but it's more like a cult type vibe. Like you want to be in that environment. You want it's an event.
It is different.
It's a spectacle.
I saw Cardi and Migos live.
Yeah.
And they flock.
Yeah, it's an event. Yeah. It's an event. It's different. Like, and I don't.
Plus,
think
her ass is out. I'm going. I'm going.
But I don't think people understand. It's like there's like music is so many different type of artists you can be. You can be somebody that sells records, or you can be somebody who sells out shows. You can be both.
Yeah.
You can be both. But it's you can, like I said, like for like a Playboy Cardi or somebody in that realm, like they're not gonna do 200, 3. They're not gonna have young boy numbers.
Yeah.
But he can headline a festival like Rolling Loud because people are gonna come out to see Playboy Cardi.
And that's some other shit too, man. Like the last interview, shout out to the other interview too. It was just a question that I couldn't really like. You got the cards and stuff, and you got to answer the questions. Yeah. One of them was like Kodak or NBA. I'm like, neither. I'm not the artist for that.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, you might catch me nodding my head, like, because it's good music. It's good music.
It's good music.
But I'm not gonna go. I'm talking about like I'm not. There's the fans who be like influenced by the niggas.
Yeah,
they have passed slow. You know, so it's and they fight weird.
they're not human.
I was like, yo, it's weird. So it's like, I think when it's like weirdos that make good music, then they have a conversation. It's a conversation to be had. I just kind of have a weirder taste. I was a guy who made You're the Youngin' and asked my friends what they thought about it, and they was all listening to Chief Keef and G Herbo. Yeah. G Herbo's lit. I listen to that now. But at the time of Chief Keef, don't like, these bitches love Sosa, shit like that. I saw it every time. Shout out to DJ Murph, but every time when we was in the clubs in Radcliffe and they would play Chief Keef, the party's over.
Yes.
That was your new Boosie.
Yeah.
And you know when Boosie played, party's over.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just not for me. It's not my cup of tea. Yeah. But shout out to them who fuck with it.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, shit. Keith doesn't really come out with no new music, or hasn't in a while. He has a fan base that will pop out.
Keith seems happier. I like the life that Keith took. He got a lot of game and knew how to go about it.
Yeah, he got out of Chicago.
He
got out of Chicago.
I thought you said he got shot. I'm like,
no. He got.
I was like, yeah, he's doing great things. He just got shot.
No. He got out of Chicago and he don't plan on.
Yeah, them OGs saw and they pulled him in exactly how you need to. That's why people like Uzi, I said, they listen to these old heads that give them game. Yeah, they ain't being assholes to him. I think once again, like, I don't like the whole situation with Lil Pump, not only because he dissed J. Cole, but then he started supporting a nigga. Well, we ain't gonna talk about it, but candidate wise, it was weird. Yeah. But when Cole could have dissed him back when he said, fuck J. Cole,
he brought him in for an interview.
Yeah, let me talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you. The sit down is always necessary. If there's no reasoning after that, let it fly. But I'm gonna talk to you.
Even his response was, it was like, I got my hand on your shoulder, bro. I'm talking to you, bro. I ain't even like this you. I'm just giving you some free game. Like, come here, little man. Let me talk to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was just giving him some knowledge. Like,
people like that just resonate a lot better to my ears too when it comes to the music they deliver. I think that's why I look at Nipsey and say, yeah, Nipsey was a fucking legend. Right. Not so much of like just the music alone, but also the things that he brought as like food for thought. Like, he would say we need to learn how not to react the way the world wants us to at certain things. And I took that real close to heart. So it's things of that nature, how I carry myself now in levels of heated moments where I'll still run into people that don't like me. Yeah. But I know what I got to lose at the end of the day. So that tough guy shit, I'm not a tough guy, I'm a strong guy. I say that all the time. Yeah. If I'm a tough guy, I'm breathing through my chest, I'm poked out. If I'm a smart guy and a strong guy, I'm gonna breathe through my stomach and think about the situation at hand and not overthink with impulse and without hesitation. Motherfuckers do stupid shit and they end up wondering why they locked up or shot or dead or missing their homie. Like, it's weird, but you gotta learn how to go about what the environment is. when we be like, oh man, I'm a product of my environment. Yes and no. Yes and no. But you gotta learn that you can manipulate, like you manifest some shit too.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know how to go get it, nigga, get from around me. I don't wanna fuck with you. My niggas, if I say gimme gang, that's genuine individuals making moves everywhere. Those are my niggas. You might see them sometimes on my story. All them niggas are out getting it right now.
Yeah.
I'm out getting it right now.
Yeah.
If you talk about, man, let me so I'm broke, I'm down bad, that sad boy shit, fuck from around me.
Yeah.
I have a child. So all that, you know, big bro, no. Like you got get and shout out to little bro, my little bro Darren, shout out to him, because he just had his baby girl and he's being a man like I had to be a man. So even then it's like the little homies that were calling me big bro, and that's crazy just to say, you know, I had someone like Sweet I call big bro, and I got my little bro having kids. I'm like, damn, I'm getting to that age.
Yeah.
But you gotta look at it as like, man, it's a beautiful thing because we're all watching each other still growing. I don't want to be that guy that lose my life tomorrow. I think I said that last time in this interview.
Facts.
So when you say, hey B, what you on? What you on this weekend? I'm at home. Cause I live on my own now. I get my daughter every other day, you know.
Chilling.
Shit, I got a nice TV. That seat reclines back. You know, I play my games. I cool. I chill. But I tell people all the time, I'll pop out for two things: music and good food.
For sure.
Music and good food.
For sure. I definitely step outside for a good sandwich or something.
Yeah,
some wings and whatever.
Yeah.
All right, now look, you brought up Young Boy and Kodak. I ain't doing that. But you brought up Cole.
Yeah.
I gotta ask the age-old question. I know where I stand. I got an idea where you stand. You probably got an idea where I'm going.
Okay.
Who's better? Cole or Kendrick?
Cole. I'm sorry.
Nah,
like, look. All right, look.
I agree. You ain't got to finish.
All right, so, all right. I'm about to say.
You ain't got
I thought you might be like, but listen.
Nah, ain't no listening.
You me with that.
I agree.
Kendrick is the best of the best, by far,
Best of what?
of what he does. I'm on a roll, nigga, like, hey, of what he does.
What does he do?
His thing. But Cole, we represent more of Cole because we come from that background. The things he say, we represent. How you a blood in the Crip and you in North Carolina, like you don't make sense to us. A lot of things he says registered to me of saying, okay, we could have grew up together. He could have been big bro on my block. Kendrick is like, Messiah. Nigga got the Jesus thing at the Louis Vuitton joint.
Yeah, he's...
And by all means, Kendrick, we saw what you did to niggas on Control. Last week not forget. Like exactly that.
I got a different opinion about Control.
Okay, well let's talk about the BET Cypher.
I got a different opinion.
And nothing was the same since he dropped Control and put the sensitive rapper tucked back into his pajama clothes. Ha ha, joke's on you, high five. I'm bulletproof. Nigga, we don't know. At that point, Drake said nothing, and that bothered me. Meek Mill tried, but that was nothing. But Cole versus Kendrick.
Drake did. He didn't.
It didn't do it. It didn't do it though.
He put like this. I'm not even a Drake fan. I fuck with Drake.
I mean, I lied.
I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan, but I'm saying I'm not like he's not cold. He's not cold to me. You know what I'm saying? He's not cold.
No.
I fuck with his music. I fuck with his music.
Yeah.
But so like with Kendrick, bro, he brought up the Control verse, bro. Honestly, bro, I don't think he had the best verse.
Who had the best verse?
Jay Electronica.
Fuck yeah.
Listen to me. All three.
You say that because he was the anchor.
No,
you say that because he was the anchor,
listen
bro.
To me, bro. Big Sean's verse was tough. Kendrick's verse was tough. Jay Electronica's verse was tough. Now, they all scored 30.
Okay, teach me.
All right, they all scored 30, right?
All right.
But as you know, you watch basketball. Every 30 ball ain't the same. You feel me? If I tell you James Harden had 30, and then if I tell you Steph had 30, you're going to say, well, James probably shot about 15 free throws. I know Steph might have probably shot 2 or 3. A 30 ball is a 30 ball, but every 30 ball ain't the same.
Steph shit just be looking effortless.
It's different.
But that was the thing that made Kendrick's more pop.
Kendrick's only pop because he said names.
You think so?
That's the names.
You feel like because he said those names?
Bungee cord, parachute with
a dread. Yes, that was the one. What do you mean?
Trash.
Oh, but Wayne's a god. Like, that's wild. This is your prime example of what was raised by that generation.
Who, Wayne?
Wayne, bro, he had a whole Carter detox.
Listen, I fuck with Wayne.
Yes.
But somebody brought it to my attention a couple years ago. They was like, Wayne, one of the best rappers to ever do it. Yeah. But we're not going to lie and sit here and act like what Wayne wasn't just rapping words at one point.
Yeah, true.
He was just rapping, and that's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But he was just saying shit that just goes, and that's cool.
That was the point where he had too many vagina jokes.
And that's that's cool because he was still spitting, but it's like he's not really necessarily saying anything in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas with Cole, man, Cole
gave us the stories.
Cole just hit different. Don't get me wrong, I respect Kendrick, but like it's another thing. I'm gonna go into it later on. But like what somebody brought to my attention, they was like, man, when's the last time Kendrick really got crazy on a feature? When's the last time Kendrick actually was a feature on a track and he won the track?
People don't like Kendrick.
But no, enough of that, man.
Yeah.
You got any shout outs?
Shout out my baby. Y'all just saw her. That's the first time I ever had her sit in the interview, so I'm cool about that. Shout out to Bread Boy. Love y'all. Shout out to Gimme Gang. Love y'all too. We just had a crazy hoop session on Thursday. Good to see all the boys. Some of them went back to Costa Rica. Another was a Houston type shit. But making moves everywhere. Gimme Gang. Shout out to me. Shout out to me, myself, and I. Because at the end of the day, when you enjoy your own piece, you don't go looking for what's outside. You kind of be cooling. I've been cooling lately. But yeah, something new will come up. And when it happens, you'll know. Because too cold, baby. Too cold. That's all I got.
All right, bet. Like I said, I appreciate you letting me pull up, man. Mm-hmm. It's been a pleasure. And it's another episode of Opinionated Facts. Mm-hmm. We out.
Peace.
Third.
They won't sit on me, this shit is simply life like the lemonade. Yeah, this shit is sweet, but it ain't been that way. Put some Hennessy in it just so I can feel it. No hesitation for what I'm finna say. I ain't addicted, I've been committed like a college freshman going NBA. Boy, you better get it while the getting good. John Water, UK, nah, I can't stay. I remember I was broke down bad way down on my